You already know what you're supposed to be doing. And that's exactly why you haven't done it yet. See, it's not confusion that's keeping you stuck. It's not a lack of resources. It's not wrong timing. It's the weight of knowing. Sometimes our knowledge is what keeps us stuck because we know the what ifs. What if this doesn't work? What if they say this? What if they think this about me? And then you choose comfort over the call. Shakespeare said it centuries ago: to be or not to be? That is the question. And we've been treating that like it's just a literary line. We have to understand that this question is more relevant, more alive today than it's ever been. Because every single day you're answering that question. Whether you realize it or not, am I the person or am I not? Am I going to be who I'm supposed to be, who I'm designed to be, who I'm created to be, who I'm called to be by God, or not to be? To stay comfortable, to stay quiet, to stay in silence, to stuck in the version of yourself that never fulfills the picture, never answers what the calling calls for, never does what you're designed to do. So the thing about it is, when you ask yourself this question, am I walking in my purpose or am I not? And what you need to understand is you're not lost. The vision that keeps coming back to you, the idea, the calling, the thing that won't leave you alone no matter how many times life gets in your way. It shows up every single day. It's on your mind constantly, in the back of your mind. And it tells you you didn't show up yesterday, but it still follows you. It's been haunting you. And it's been occupying your mind for years. But Jeremiah 1:5 says, God knew you before you were formed in the womb and set you apart before you even took a step. But your purpose is not by accident. It's not by chance. It's not by happenstance. It was an assignment that was given to you. And the fact that it's still burning in you, the fact that it's still chasing after you, that's not coincidence. That's confirmation. Now, I have to be straight with you on this, because there are real forces working against you. And they're the reason why you never even started. See, if you're not living in what we're living right now in what I call the self-help industry complex. It's a society that's designed to keep you Googling. It's to keep you buying the next course. It's to keep you diagnosing yourself with the problem, but never finding the solution, never going to the answer, never getting it fixed. It makes you feel productive because you keep watching the YouTube channel, the YouTube videos over and over again. You keep learning and increasing your knowledge. And you feel like you're doing something, but you're never actually moving forward. You're stuck. The difference between knowledge and wisdom: knowledge is what you learned. Wisdom is applying it. And too often we're just sitting here with a lot of knowledge and it never profits you anything. Ephesians 2:10 says, you are God's handiwork. You're created to do good works that He prepared in advance for you to walk in. In advance. Before the anxiety, before the doubt, before the next thing you need to think about or next thing that you need to do, the next step you need to do, the path has already been laid out for you. So stop letting the noise talk you out of walking in it. Here's where most people lose. They won't launch until the website is perfect. They won't write the book until they have the perfect words. They wait for the conditions to be right. It's not the right opportunity. It's not the right time. And so they wait. And they wait. And while they're waiting, the thing that's inside them slowly goes quiet. The call, that still voice within them starts to dim and dim and dim. But the thing about it is, you're not 12 years old. They tell you you're not allowed to make mistakes. But nobody's keeping score. It's okay to make mistakes. If you start and you make a mistake, that's the learning process. Every person that you admire built what they built in imperfection. They built it before it was complete. They built it while it was incomplete. They had to figure it out along the way. All they did was take action. And they will tell you there's a lot of things that you have to learn in the doing process. There's no book to read. There's no lesson to learn outside of experience. They didn't wait until they got ready. They didn't wait until the timing was right. They got ready by moving into action. Ecclesiastes 11:4 says, whoever watches the wind will not plant, and whoever looks at the cloud will not reap. You will always find a reason to wait. The wind is always going to blow, but plant anyway. Here's the question that's going to change everything. How do you want your life to go? Not what your family has mapped out, not what feels safe, not what's already been done, but how do you want your life to go? How do you want to spend the rest of your days? What problem on this earth were you put here to solve? What were you created to build? You get to decide that. Now, as a matter of fact, no, you must decide that. Because if you don't know the answer to that question, your doubt will answer it for you. Your circumstance will answer it for you. If you don't know what place you're supposed to fit in this world, someone will find a place for you. And too often we live our lives allowing other people to find a place for us, instead of living the life that God had designed for ourselves. You don't have a purpose statement, and then you wonder why you're stuck where you are. That's not a mystery, that's a missing foundation. God wants you to walk in purpose, not doubting your way all the way to the grave. And that's what happens. People go through their life doubting every single day in their abilities and what they have been called to do. And life is short. It's too short for you to waste time doubting in yourself. It's too short for you to waste time on anxiety. And we call it fear. It's not fear. Fear is caution over a real present danger. Anxiety is caution over an imaginary, invisible danger. Those what ifs, that's anxiety. And it's all stemming from the doubt that you have. You're not sitting here waiting for permission from someone who never had the authority to give you that permission. Act today. You have the ability to act. Before I go, Write down the answer to this question. Who am I? Who am I? And what am I here to build? Not someday, right now. What do you have right now? What abilities, what skills, what knowledge do you have right now? That's your starting line. It's time for you to start running that race. It's time for you to get in the game. It's time for you to do what you are called to do. You take one step today, not 10, not wait for someone to tell you to go. You go, you be the force. So if this spoke to you, and if this calls you into action, like the video, subscribe. Share with someone who you know has been sitting on their purpose for far too long. Because here every week, we're building people to walk in their purpose. I'm Minister Crush. Until next time, peace.